Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. I don't even know where to start, and this didn't even feel like a full episode. It really didn't. Um, Most of this stuff is on repeat. Taylor once again, when she comes into the house and she tells both of them, "Well, what if I turn myself in? Then you won't have any power, and then you'll go back to jail." And I'm just like, wait. Didn't you just have this same conversation with Steffi and Finn, and they convinced you why turning yourself in would be a bad idea? That was like 3 days ago, right? So, is there a particular reason why she would sit there and tell both of them, "Oh well, I'll just sit there and go to jail, and then, and then then your freedom, your days are numbered, or something like that." And Steffi's like, "No, don't do it. You don't even know how many judges that Bill has in his pockets." And I'm just like, this show's been on for 35 years, right? Or 30 something years. How did it last this long? That's what I'm sitting there thinking. How did the show last this long? Half of this episode was on repeat. Okay, and even after Steffi and Taylor left, you just once again have Sheila and Bill just on repeat. Once again talking about how they met up with each other and that she loves him and she's been searching for a man like him her whole life. And Bill, this actor probably has the easiest job. He only has to remember a handful of lines. So after Finn tells Katie and Carter that Bill is blackmailing them, and this is the reason why Sheila's free. Um, Katie goes and confronts Bill for 5 minutes straight. Bill doesn't say anything. All he does is has this brooding look on his face while Katie tries to, I don't know, I guess try to reason with him, try to get him to come back from whatever psychotic state that he's in, saying that, "Oh, I feel so bad that you're lonely and stuff like that. I'm here for you. I know that you're depressed and this, that, and the third." I'm just not there thinking, he just let, he just blackmailed two people to let a sociopath run free. And you think that you can what you can convince him to to come back to his senses or something like that. It was almost laughable between the fact that she's not there trying to convince this man to snap out of it, and the simple fact that, well, Bill didn't say anything. He literally said nothing. This is why I said that he had the easiest job out of all the actors in this episode, because he didn't have to say anything. He barely spoke. And of course, Sheila comes down and Sheila's all like, "Oh, well, you passed up your chance. And this man is, he's passionate and he's powerful and this, that, and the third. And he's loved my life," or something like that. And I'm just like, man, I hope you have that same energy when Deacon comes back. I hope you have that same energy when Deacon comes back. Because that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a nice little love triangle that's gonna happen. Um, and I honestly feel like that's pretty much about it. Yeah, Steffi and Finn, they didn't really get into the details, and Katie didn't even want to know what it was that Bill um had over them. And, Taylor's all like, "Oh, I feel so, I shot you in the back and everything," and she was trying to sound all remorseful, and I'm just like, how do you sound remorseful now? Out of all these years, now you're just like, what, you just magically grew up conscious and realizing that shooting somebody in the back was just wrong on so many levels? And of course, Steffi's meant to say, "Well, you were a different person back then, and this, that, and the third." I'm just like, don't do that. Don't do that. This got me irritated when she first started talking about that secret. And how, oh, her mother was in a different state and, she's a different person now. She helps people and just a thousand other excuses that's just going to run out of her mouth. And I'm just like, I don't care about any one of them. I really don't. What Taylor did was wrong. Point blank, period. Now, I don't know if this is before or after, um, before or after Sheila shot Taylor. But I'm like, what you did was point blank wrong. Period. She could sit there and try to be all remorseful now, but that's a couple years way too late. I feel like that's about it. I can't really say much about this episode because most of this episode was on repeat. But I will sit there and say this much. You don't really need to watch it. Unless unless you're there for the comedy. When Bill and Sheila get close and they start playing that hypnotic music that they play, which is just so laughable. I think that's why I kind of enjoy not just watching B&B, but doing the reviews. Because with all the other stuff, for the most part, they're pretty grounded. Okay? Even Days of Our Lives is pretty grounded. Yeah, except for the fact that you have people come back to life. Okay, fine. Now the whole possession thing, we're not gonna get into that because I personally feel like, well, I don't feel like, I feel like they're wrong. Okay? But besides all that, for the most part, they're all grounded shows. This one, on the other hand, is an 18-minute show, and you felt like you didn't even get a whole episode because most of it was just them retelling plot points that happened. So that's laughable in itself. The fact that it's been on for 30 something years, it's also laughable in itself. Like that's pretty much about it. I can't really think of anything else that happened. Like I said, don't even bother to watch this episode unless you're just there for the comedy. Other than that, it's just going to be 18 minutes of your life that you will not get back. You're welcome. With that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe, and I will see you in the next video.